What is up, guys? Welcome back to episode of F1 22 Mobile Racing Career Mode. We are here for episode number 8 today for the Hungarian Grand Prix then in Season 2. If you guys did miss the previous episode at the Australian Grand Prix, definitely you should go check that out before you see this one. It was a boring race, but still a decent race for us. As you can see, we claimed 4 car blueprints there. Coming into the Hungarian Grand Prix, this should be an interesting race just to see how we do around here. We've had some decent luck around the Hungaroring, as it is formally called in this game. So let's hope we can carry this momentum into the weekend. We have been great in the corners, again struggling on the straights here, but there aren't that many straights, but let's see what we can do ahead. And coming into the qualifying, we have Leclerc, Verstappen, Sainz, Hamilton, Russell, Perez, Ricciardo, Norris, Alonso, and Bottas in P10 there, including the top 10 there. But let's see what kind of lap we can pull out here as we go across the line then. 3, 2, 1, go! DRS wide open, down this main straight here. And I was alluding to the fact that, you know, Hungarian doesn't have many straights here. There's only this straight and then this straight here, as you get a nice run through there. A lot of this is made up of corners where a lot of downforce is needed, and I'm feeling pretty confident through the corners, much more confident in the AI. So hopefully that means we can have a decent result here, maybe a podium, maybe a win dare, I say, here around the Hungarian. Again, it has been a nice happy hunting ground for us. We've had some good success around here in F1 2021 Mobile Racing, so hopefully that will carry over to this season. Anyways, green to the first sector, 29.804 then was our second time. Coming into the chicane here, down to second gear, clipping both apexes, and this is where we make up the most time here through these nice sequence of corners here. If we get the right line through here, we can actually make up quite a decent amount of time here on the AI. Coming through the right-hander here towards the start of sector 3. What time is this going to give us? A 27.7 in the middle sector, which is good for us because that means that we have a purple sector, and let's hope that the momentum can carry into the last sector here. Down to second gear, clip that apex, get a good run through here, and now just for the last corner here, really chuck the car in, having to brake just a little just to make sure the car doesn't drift that too wide. DRS wide open, then charging towards the line. Where's this going to put us? And it is going to put us on pole position for the second time, ahead of Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, Carlos Sainz, Hamilton, Russell, Perez, Ricciardo, Norris, and Ocon complete the top 10. What a lap that was from us. Let's hope we can carry it into the race. So here's the starting grid then. Is us, Leclerc, Verstappen, Sainz, Hamilton, Russell, Perez, Ricciardo, Norris, Alonso, Bottas, Ocon, Gasly, Schumacher, Tsunoda, Magnussen, Albon, Latifi, Stroll, and Vettel round up the grid. As here we go then to 5 red lights for the Hungarian Grand Prix. And it is not like so, and away we go as we drop the clutch again way too early there. Defending from both the Red Bull and the Ferrari of Carlos and the Charles Leclerc makes his way through that, and now the figures starting to bunch up and now heading out towards one. Leclerc for some reason still on the inside line, who's going to compromise on it as we gain up a lot of time there. And just a quick note that you may have heard that I said Esteban Ocon was 10th, and actually Fernando Alonso was 10th, and the starting to go now around the outside of Charles Leclerc, hanging us around the outside. Can we do it? Yes, we can, and we steal the lead back from Charles Leclerc. Good move around the outside. Now let's park the car, and let's see if we can hold on to this lead. But anyways, back to what I said. In qualifying, I said that Esteban Ocon had finished 10th there behind Lando Norris, but actually in the starting grid sequence, you saw that it was actually Alonso that finished 10th, and then Ocon at qualifying, I think 12th or something. So apologies for that mistake there. As now come loose right hand, you're actually flicking the steering wheel there, just trying to yank the car in. Didn't work that well, but still made the corner regardless. Coming towards the start of sector 3 then. Purple to the second sector here. They'll come into the right-hander, down to third gear. The sun glaring on us. You can barely see the track, but luckily managing to keep the car on the track there and not running too far wide. Coming out of this corner and towards the last quarter then of the Hungarian, I should say, the Hungarian Grand Prix. Across the line to start the second lap. Already a 2-second gap them to the Ferrari Carlos. Sorry, not Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc. We're already running away with this race. But let's see if we can build the gap even more. Coming into the first corner here, down to second gear, clip that apex, get a good run out of there, and now looking to try and again increase that gap just so that we have a nice buffer just in case we make a mistake. Through this left-hander going pretty wide there, missing that apex. Now through the right-hander here, trying to just keep the car on the track here. Want to bring the car home as quickly as we can. At the same time, we don't want the car to break into pieces, so let's keep it on the circuit and away from the wall. Coming into this right-hander here, and now coming in towards the chicane. Again, our car is strong in the corners. I make up a lot of time in the corners here. and the car, it responds pretty well. I must say the Alpha actually responds pretty well. Obviously with the improved aerodynamics and chassis, pretty good I must say. And then again, the problem is on the straights, but luckily in Hungary we don't need straights, we just need downforce. Downforce is king. Coming to the right hander here, down in third gear, clip that apex. Again, that sun is glaring so harshly that I can barely see where the racetrack is. Trying to just make sure we don't just deck it and throw it into the wall here. The racing light's pretty much saving us. Although I should probably turn off the racing light. I don't even use the racing light at all, as it's kind of a useless feature for me, to be honest. The racing light, I mean, personally for me, it tells me to brake way too early, especially coming into high-speed corners. It tells you to brake way too early, and I can brake so much later. Usually, when it comes to these brake references with the racing light, I usually brake about, I'd say, a second later than they recommend you to brake. So let's say they tell you to brake, let's say around the 150 meter mark. About a second later, I would probably start braking. But it also kind of depends on what corner it is as well. If it's a low-speed corner, I can really chuck the car in and then just pray it sticks. If it's a medium to high-speed corner, I could probably keep the car flat out there. I could go a little wide there, almost putting the car on the wall. But let's manage to keep the car on the track there. Now, I'm getting quarter cut penalties. I don't want to jinx it at the moment, but if we can keep this smoothly, no quarter cut penalties would be great for us. It'd be a nice, clean race then for us in the Alfa Romeo C43, maybe. I'm not sure what it's called though. Anyway, he's now come into the last second then for one last time. We are 7 seconds up then on Charles Leclerc. What an effort this has been then. Can we hold this through and take our second win? Obviously going a little wide there, managed to keep the car out of the walls though. Now coming into the last corner here, keeping this car flat out here as we're going to power their way across the line to take our second victory then of this season. Ahead of Leclerc, Sainz, Verstappen, Perez, Russell, Ricardo, Norris, and then 2 more, Hamilton and Alonso, complete the top 10. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.